Hello everybody, good day to you and welcome back. Glad you guys are here. This is a 2016 Chevrolet Tahoe. It's two-wheel drive. It's got the 5.3 liter. With approximately 160,455 miles on the odometer. Customer states exhaust. That's right. Over here on the worthless table, inside joke, there is a Corsa box with a somewhat used stainless steel, nice and shiny, brushed exhaust system. This exhaust system had originally been on a 2000 and I think it was a 20 or 21 Chevrolet Tahoe, and it was a little too aggressive and a little too throaty. So the owner of the original vehicle purchased another exhaust system and then had that one swapped out, and I acquired this one, which is going to go on that Tahoe right over there. So this one was acquired at a very good price point, and we're going to get it installed on this Tahoe right over here, I think. I'm not 1000% certain, but I do believe that exhaust system will go on this Tahoe. But like I said, that originally came off a 2020 or a 2021, and this one is a 16. So there might be some compatibility issues. Let's go ahead and fire this thing up, get it pulled into the shop, and then see if that system is going to fit on this truck over here. So stay tuned, because this is going to be a very good video. Opening the hood. All right, let's get this thing in the shop. We've got to put it up on the big rack. The other two are full of other projects right now. Beginning engine starting sequence. Go ahead and get her racked up in the air. I think what I'll do is get this up in a good position where we can visually inspect the system. We're gonna roll over the cart with the other exhaust system and kind of take it apart out of the boxes. We'll mock it up and we'll see if this system is gonna fit on this truck. I hope it does, but if it doesn't, then we'll make it fit. We gotta drive under this truck to get over here to the rack. Kind of a tight squeeze, but we got her. Clear in the corner. Let's move on up. All right, saving us some time. We've got the rack arm set up on the lift. Let's go ahead and raise this thing up to a comfortable operating ride height. Green channel subscribe button engaged. Moving on up. Give it a quick shake, looking good. If it's gonna fall, I want it to fall from here, not from way up here. That's not really a fall check, it's more of a stability check. Like if you hear the thing kind of bumping and rattling, it might be teetering on the lift arm. On occasion, you can get the pucks that raise the lift arms. You put the wrong one in, and one of them sits lower than the other, so it'll teeter off the two in the corner. So you just give it a little bit of a shakedown just to make sure that it stays. Because the last thing we want to do is have it above our heads. And we're wrenching on things and pulling things and loosening things and tightening things, and the truck's just weeby wobbling around all unstable like. It's a recipe for disaster. All right, working ride height achieved. We'll let her down some, engage the locks on the lift. There we go, good to go. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is roll the cart on over. I'll go fetch that cart over there as well, and we will unpack and sort of mock up this exhaust on the two tables, and then compare to what we have in the truck versus what we have in the box / on the tables, and we're gonna see visually if this unit's gonna fit on that truck. I need to clear this one off. It's full of Ford parts. Oh, you know what, real quick, intermission, let's go do one more cold start on this 5.4 engine to see if it has that rattle or not. I've done several videos on this. It's a warranty engine job. We're trying to, it's a new engine, a new Rainman, popping the hood again. We're trying to see if putting phasers in this was going to make the rattle stop, or if it has an oiling system problem. Let's find out today. It's been parked for about 2 days, no activity. Let's fire it up and see if we have that cold start. Beginning another engine starting sequence now. Well, that exhaust leak is still here. I don't hear the knocking. Not so certain about the rattle noise just yet. Don't hear it. All right, and I think that cold start rattle is gone. It's kind of tough to tell. I'm gonna get one more witness and do another cold start tomorrow morning. No one's here today. It's the weekend day, so Dave's not here, man. But I need to get Dave in here and then do kind of one more recheck with another set of ears to see if we can hear it. And I know it's tough to hear over that exhaust leak. That's been kind of the issue the whole time. Folks have been asking why I didn't fix the exhaust leak first. And that's actually a very good question. I have a good answer for it as well. If I was going to be in a position where I needed to replace this engine and they were going to give me another engine, I didn't want to take all the time and spend the labor time and the money to take the exhaust manifold off and then put it back on and then have to do it all again to change the engine. So we were kind of doing that part last. It made listening a little bit more difficult, but it was necessary for efficiency. So here, let's get this table over here. We'll clean it off some and then get that other exhaust or the rest of that exhaust unpacked. Rolling, rolling. Keep our tables rolling. There we go. Line them up like a little freight train. Okay, tables cleared up some. Let's get this packing material out of the way. And I guess we'll line up these pieces kind of back to front. So starting with the tip, and then we'll just move forward. So we've got our tip. Looks like there's a pipe. There's going to be an over axle pipe, and then that turns into our muffler. So our muffler should be all the way up front. Let's see, this guy, that's our flex pipe. Looks like that's going to bolt to the back of the catalytic converter. Here's our first qualifier right here. The little flare on the end of this appears to match that bubble flare on the Cat. And then we have our bracketry right here. So I do believe that this piece is in fact going to fit. Excellent. Let's see what else we have in here. There's a pipe that's got 2 hangers on it. So we're looking for a section with 2 hangers. There's one, and I don't know. That might be this section here. Look, there's a hanger and there's a hanger. Okay. How about this one? Part of the over axle pipe. Perhaps this one hangs maybe right here. So this should go like this. I think it goes like that. Yeah, that's our over axle. So that's gonna hang back here, go over the axle, and meet up with the other pipes. Okay. I think there's some potential here. This is gonna be good. And then we have our muffler with a turned cutout right there. All right. Okay, the box is empty. No more clamps. Let's get rid of the box so we can have the table space back. And we'll just kind of chuck it on the floor. There we go. Okay, so next I do want to mock up all of these pieces here to make sure that they go together. I've already got the flex pipe piece fit into a little curved inlet for the muffler, so I think that one's going to be okay. Now I believe that this piece that goes on here. I think that this piece is the one that goes onto that hanger right up there behind the exhaust. It's a little dark. I think that one goes there, and then that tailpipe is going to side exit over here. I think that's how it's going to work. So let's try to fit this tailpipe onto this intermediate pipe, because they have these clamps on here. These are not the U-bolt type of clamps. If this were done with U-bolt clamps, we'd have a major problem, because those things will put a dent and kind of squeeze a divot or whatever into the piping, whereas these banded type clamps, they just provide even pressure all the way around. But I think this thing has been smashed in just a little bit. It's not wanting to go over. We can see how there's like that little bend right there. Yeah, we're a little out of round. So what I'm gonna do, let me dig out my tailpipe expander. We're gonna open that up some and make sure it fits over top of that. Let's see, I need my impact. So I have a tailpipe expander tool right here. It's basically just a hex drive for a socket, which is a threaded rod on a nut. And then there's this little wedge. Let me pull this back. There's a wedge inside on the front side of this, and another wedge right here on the back side. What you do is you tighten down the shaft, it pulls this nut down, pushing these wedges in towards each other, and it will expand these little plates around this into a larger diameter, and that will open up the pipe. So, stick a gun on there, watch this. See how we're getting bigger as the wedges go in? I do believe that'll open this pipe up so I can reuse it. There we go, see that? Loud. See the gap right there, how it opened up? That's what we're looking for. Now, are you gonna fit? Sort of. It still does not wish to. Oh, there we go. Now we're going. All right, so that slides on. That'll work. And make sure the clamp still goes over, and it does. Okay, that solves that issue. Let's check the other ones real quick. Oh, by the way, these tailpipe expander tools, they come in a large one, and a medium one, and a smaller one. I've never needed to use the smaller one. Come to think of it, I never really used the other two either. It's not really a common usage tool. Not for me anyway, but I don't work in an exhaust shop. So, that's our tip. That's the tip that goes into the tip, which tells me that this piece of pipe here probably slides over this one. Not this one. See how we've got slots on both of these? So this one's gonna go over this one, but we're gonna need to hit this with the pipe expander as well. See how the gap is closed? How it comes to a point right there? That means that it's smashed too far. Let's open this one up next. Tailpipe expander to action. Got my glove. There we go. Now do you fit? Close enough, that'll fit. And then the last check is gonna be this piece against, looks like the outlet here on the muffler. And similar story, not quite, it's close, but no cigar. So let's open this one up. Dong! Pipes are done. I think that'll do it. Let's check Fitment. All right, slides right over. Cool beans. So as long as everything measures out properly, and I do believe it will, I think this system's gonna fit on that truck. Let's go over here and disassemble the old system, and we'll get started front to back. Here, let's go ahead and unclamp this tailpipe tip right here. It's a 15 mil on that little band clamp. That should slide off of there. Kinda. Yeah, it's gonna be stubborn. Hardware fell out. Not cool. Okay. I believe that was my error because I let the nut come too far loose. So let's put this back together. These clamps are very much reusable and they're not cheap. So I will drop my pieces again on nuts. So what I was saying is I will routinely try to save these when at all possible. Anyways, let's get this tip out of here and save this too. Use it again for something else. Because it is nice and shiny. I mean, not right now. Right now it's dirty, but it could be shiny because it's chromium. Come on, before I hammer you. Put some candle wax in it. That'll do it. Roll. Okay. This Tahoe has chosen violence. I've unsheathed the tip. Okay, let's get up here a little closer. I want to go ahead and start pulling the hangers off. See that little piece of rubber right there? Got a little tool here that's gonna push the peg out of the rubber hanger. So we're just gonna drop these guys down kind of one at a time. And the exhaust won't fall because it'll ultimately rest on top of the axle. That's why we'll take it apart back to front and put it together front to back. Maybe. Okay, that's one hanger removed. There should be another off to our left here. Hang on, I think it's down. Yeah, there's our next one. There's one right there and then another one right there. Let's get those guys removed. Okay, let's see. Similar procedure. Coming with the little tool. Press that guy through. This is infinitely easier with the right tool. I spent way too long doing this with pry bars and whatnot, fighting with it. Still in there a little bit. Still fighting with it. Couple wiggles here. There we go. That one's off. And then the one right in front of us. When this one comes out, it's ultimately going to let this axle drop, exhaust drop downwards onto the axle. I'm going to hold it up with my noggin. Okay, coming down. And the over axle pipe behind us is sitting on top of the axle now. Okay, let's move on forward to that clamp. Right here behind the converter, we'll unbolt that guy. Little 13 coming in. That was easy. Okay, now this clamp is gonna have to stay with the converter because it has to clamp that gravity. We need this to clamp the other piece of exhaust on. We'll put you right there. Sweet. Okay, that exhaust is pretty much hanging loose. Oh, one more. Got one more hanger right here. I stand corrected. Uno más. One more time. Push it through. And I need to hold on to this one by hand. It's probably gonna want to fall. Yepper, here she comes. Okay, so. Next question is do I have the ability to get this exhaust over, around and through that hole in, or over the axle? It's kind of a tight squeeze back there. So let's see, move you guys over here out of the way. Now, I'm gonna maneuver this over the axle, and I don't think it's really gonna come out. Tell you what, I'm gonna fetch the Sawzall, and we're gonna cut this pipe in half. Probably right here behind the muffler. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, begin loud noises and chopping now. We're just gonna give it a cut right here. Got it. Well, I'll be, look at that. Look what I found right here. It's got some kind of a bit of gravity in it. It's got some kind of thermostatic spring-loaded little valve in there. See that? That's to create back pressure when it's cold. And then as this thing heats up, that spring will change position. It'll open this up, and look, it's still restrictive. Okay. Well, at least it's not a filter yet. Now, let's try to get this up and out. Do I have to cut it again? Yeah. Let's go the other way. That's silly. Doesn't fit that way. Does it come out this way? I don't think it comes out that way. Weird. Don't worry guys, I was safety squinted the entire time. We're good here. There. Now it's out. Woohoo! Okie dokes, let us start with the flex pipe piece, which is gonna mate to the converter, and then, well, first we'll push the little bracket through, and that one's gonna need some lubricant. Not going in dry. Here, let's get a little bit right in the hole there. Let's get our business in position. Shove it right in there. Beautiful. Okay. I don't know if it's gonna fit. We're already a little off. We'll see. Okay, to try to hold this muffler up while I attempt to fit everything, got this single post jack stand right here. We'll raise this up to the appropriate height and then let the muffler sit on top of it while I fiddle around trying to get it bolted on. Helicopter. Whew! All right, muffler. You come up here. Yeah, that extra arm really helps. So now, slide that pipe over, kind of wiggle it till it goes in. There we go. So I can move this arm back a little farther. That's good. Okay, exhaust for the muffler, that's kind of in position. Okay, around on the back side, let's get this over axle pipe kind of mocked up. So right, stick that in the hanger right there, just a little bit. Then our tailpipe's gonna come out right here through the side. Let's just check clearances. We're over the axle. It's supposed to be just like so. I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and just push this on all the way because we know that this goes here. Yeah, a little bit of lube in there. A little bit on the tip right here. Okay, that's exactly where that goes and we know it. Let's go ahead and throw the tip on just for fun. That guy's gonna plug in right here. Kind of wiggle you in position. Okay, that's in its new home. Good. Let's go back up front and see how things are starting to fit. Let's find out. Let's see. Over the axle, over the linkages. There's the muffler. There's the tip. I'm too short. Uh-oh. That's not gonna fit, because this piece is about 2 feet long, and we're way off over here. Something is not right. Let me pull this muffler back out and we'll reconfigure here, see what's going on. Okay, about 20 minutes later, I was back at it with the saw again, and I managed to move this muffler about 7 inches farther forward. So with this intermediate pipe here, I should be able to get that really, really close. The hangers are not going to align. So I think what I need to do is cut these hangers off with like the saw, and then figure out how to align them all with the factory, or the factory hanger pieces on the exhaust, and then just kind of re-weld it on. I'll cross that bridge when I get there. Right now I'm just trying to get it all to fit. So now I know that 2021 Tahoe exhausts do not fit on 2016 Tahoes. It just don't do it. Not built that way. I think it's a length issue primarily. Yeah, see, look at these hangers right here. See how that's working? There's the factory hanger, but then here's the other 2 factory hangers, and they're nowhere near where they need to be. More steam! Table's on fire. Oops. Another one bites the dust. Gonna have to just make this thing work. Hot. Yeah, now it fits better. Haha. Okay, so we need a hanger to go right here, and I think I'm gonna steal this one right up here. So let's get in there with the saw and chop that off. Engage safety squints, loud noises. Woohoo! Got it. Okay, let's get that guy welded on to this pipe so it can serve as a functioning hanger again. So here's how I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna raise this pole jack up and get as close as I can to the top of the vehicle. There you go. So now the muffler's touching the top of the vehicle. So what we'll do is we will set up the rubber hanger right here. Swiggle that guy on. Then we'll take the other piece, stick it through, and then figure out where it like mates to it, and then we'll weld it on right there. So this piece, we're gonna come through right here. We're out of flashlight. We're running low. Get in there. Should have put some lubricant on it. Yeah. Let's try again. Come on, for reals. A little bit on the tip there. So now, if I were to put this thing like in this position and weld it on, that should serve my purpose here. I'm thinking like right there. Yeah, let's try that. I'll put it right there. Works for me. So here we'll put the clamp right here. Coming in with the welding pliers. This I want to do like right about, I think like right there. Let's try that. Yeah, I like it. Turn the welder up. We need more power. Let's tack it first. Front row. I welded my tip to my tip. Okay, trying again. I got a new tip inside of my tip. Uh-oh, epic fail. I unwelded my tack. No worries. Yeah, now it's on there. Let's put this around the back side here so I can try to see what I'm trying to see. Need to get in here to finish off that weld. Tight squeeze. Looks like nuclear fallout. I think that's on there. That's good. Maybe a little bit more on the back side here. I can see a little bit of a gap. Safety squints, welding goggles, safety equipment. Don't stare at the bright lights. Okay, let's let that cool down because we need to go back around to the front here and we have one more clamp that needs to be clamped. So let's get this thing set up and tightened down. I think that's a 15. Let's wiggle that in position. Everything's pretty tight. Okay, so now I think we're in a position here where I can let this down, make sure everything kind of fits and doesn't bang around and rattle and contact other components. I think we're good. Back right at the tailpipe, we can see, listen to that, no metal banging, so clearance is good. And we can see this thing is still suspended in this direction because this one is holding it in that direction. I probably should weld in like a bracket right here in case that thing decides it wants to break off. And I think I will, maybe like a washer or something. But first I want to get this this tailpipe fitted. The issue is since I moved this pipe over, this tailpipe was sticking out like yay far. And we would rather have that tailpipe tucked in pretty much flush with that hanger right there. Yeah, that's good. So I think I need to cut this off right at about that mark right there. Okay, back to the grinder. You stay there. Yeah, I'm gonna shorten this pretty much exactly the width of this this clamp right here. So that position. Loud noises. Got it. Excellent. So now, put that clamp back over the exhaust tip. It goes right there. Slide that over. And we have really good fitment. Nice clearances. Look at that. A little bit of protrusion so we can read the words. Level right there. That's what we want. Okay, let's tighten down this clamp and this section's good to go. You see how this clamp, the bolt section of it is up top rather than down below? That makes for a better, cleaner finished look. That's what we're going for. There we go. Let's take a look again, make sure it didn't move. And we're good. Yeah, right there. Boom. Beautiful. No rattle. All right, well, let's get this jack stand out of here. I think we've got this thing set up where it's going to function. I might need to do one more hanger. Come here, cable. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna fortify that one hanger that I put in real fast, just a little bit better. That way it doesn't bend and break. See that big washer? That ought to do it. Put that right there, look at that. That's gonna work. I'm gonna weld that in and now we have a very secure connection. Okay, I'll take some pliers and just push down on the top of that. That way it can't fall out like what I just did. Fail, epic fail, redo. I hope this is steel. Wouldn't that be fun? I try to weld in some gravity. Try to weld some aluminum in there. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't. Very stupid thing. Okay, that's not aluminum. Good. bit more on this side. There we go. Now we have support structure for this new piece that got welded on. Beautiful. Now we really have support structure. Cool. Okay, let's get this stuff cleared out of here. I want to let this thing down and fire it up and see how she runs. All right, Tahoe, run that back up. Lock, release, and down we go. Going all the way down. All right, she's down. Let's check out the tip. Nice, matches the body line. Yep, edge of the tips, body line match. Come out back. Yeah, it's tucked up in there pretty tight. Okie dokes. Let's go and hit the key, see how this thing runs. Sounds way more nicer. I like it. Beautiful. Yeah, no rattles. Nothing banging on anything. Let's listen for some leaks. I don't hear anybody. We've got good ground clearance from the muffler. Looks like the axle's not running into the tubes there. I think this thing is fantastic. We're in good shape here. All right, guys. I think I have no more to offer you on this particular job. As you can see from the shadows, the sun's getting a little long. I'm gonna go ahead and pack it up. We're gonna roll out of here. I'd like to thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. Don't care if you love it, don't care if you hate it. I just wanna hear your opinion. Don't forget to tap that like button while you're down there. And most importantly, have yourselves a fantastic day. See you guys later in a video, in a Tahoe, in a big exhaust, in a transmission. And yes, we did omit one of the hangers, but it's fine. Sounds pretty good. I like it. It's not droney, it's not raspy, but it's not stupid loud either. Yay! I like performance improvements.